And we are live. Welcome to Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me, live right here from the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. We're so thankful you joined us. We've had a little bit of a bumpy ride with technical difficulties, so stay with us. Technology is only good when it works, and Facebook is free, and so that's the beautiful thing. But I do want to thank our sponsors this morning, Hunt Regional Healthcare, that you can see at huntregional.org for all the proactive care that they offer, and they're a great supporter of Ctfm. Also, Discount Wheel and Tire with Valvoline Express. We love you and we thank you. I don't change my own oil, y'all, and I know you don't either, so go down and see them. They have some really great specials, especially on Saturday with Rough Country. And so with all that being said, hopefully you have your coffee or your tea, whatever your choice is, and you have a minute to sit this morning with Rose and me. We're sitting here at the Texan, but we want to start by thanking the Lord for this day and for this production. So if you could please bow your head. Thank you, God, for the Friendly News Channel, God. Thank you for people doing things differently and taking the lead in our community, God. We just thank you for our community leaders, God. We ask that you would be with them and give them wisdom and discernment, God. We thank you for the Texan Theater and the staff, God. We pray that their hands would be blessed as they work for you, God. We thank you for our guests today and the word that they will bring and the activities that are going on to bring community, God, because we were not created to do life alone, God. We thank you for everyone who has their hand in this production, whether you're watching and sharing or whether you're helping to put it on, God. We just thank you. We thank you, God, that you make all these things come to pass, and we ask that you would help us to be a blessing to you and just to make this world a better place. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
So with all that being said, go refill your coffee or tea. Come on back with Rose and me. We have a great show for you. It's the show brought to you by the letter H, kinda. I'll tell you more when we come back.
For medical care, who wants to do more with less? Not us. At Hunt Regional, we're investing in your care and our community to make Hunt County healthier. We're growing and expanding to provide health care at the highest level. We've invested in robots that help surgeons replace joints, cutting-edge digital imaging for the most accurate diagnosis, and a top-notch cardiac cath lab for faster treatment than anyone in the area. We do more with more because our patients deserve nothing less.
Carol Hoops and Trey Warren at C&R Floors invite you to their new location for the same quality products, service, and installation they have provided for over 20 years. C&R Floors, 2706 Highway 69 South in Greenville.
When it comes to high-quality service for cell phones and televisions, no one beats Crumpton TV. They have been serving Greenville and the surrounding area for over 57 years. For details about all services, call 903-455-2043 or visit CrumptonTV.com.
Also the official home of the Big Green Egg.
Are you tired of those big chain tire dealers giving you the runaround? Are you not getting the customer service you deserve? If not, call me and I will wrench the competition. Come see us at Discount Wheel and Tire at 4609 Wesley in Greenville. Discount Wheel and Tire, and we will get you all that you deserve.
Done. And we are live right here at Ctfm, Coffee, Tea, Friendly, and Me. We thank you so much for joining. But this morning it's Coffee, Tea, Rose, and Me. You guys make sure to lift up Friendly and his family in your prayers. They need all the covering they can get. And so in the meantime, I'm holding down the fort. And we thank you, Rose, for coming from Hunt Regional, guys. I mentioned the show brought to you by the letter H. Do you remember in the old days on Sesame Street we had letters and numbers? Well, today we have Hunt Regional.
That's right.
And you guys are here talking about occupational therapy. It's Occupational Therapy Month.
It is. It's
and that's
Occupational
important.
Therapy Month. And I think people don't really know what occupational therapy is. You think work related, right? It's occupation, so it must have to do with work. Well, not so much. Actually has to do with getting individuals back to safely and effectively handling those daily activities. So things like eating, bathing, dressing, whether it's fine motor skills like writing, or it is pushing a shopping cart, or any of those things that just are necessary to be a little more independent, live on your own, or yes, maybe work, right? So these may be individuals that have either experienced a stroke or injury, or maybe it's following surgery, or maybe they're experiencing rheumatoid arthritis or some other deteriorating condition, maybe it's neurological. And so those are activities to help you actually do those things we may not even think about during the day. And so it's different than physical therapy. There are occupational therapists, OTs, and they administer that. We do have an outpatient program, and so those are for individuals that can come in and see us several times a week or whatever their schedule is. Obviously, they're evaluated. It's done with the doctor's referral, and so they're actually looked at what is that need. Because for you, it might be writing and fine motor skills. For somebody else, maybe it is actually getting in and out of a vehicle, or just even eating, whatever it is that is individually targeted to that that person, and we want that plan to be very personalized, right?
That is right.
So it's interesting. I said, let's bring some attention to those occupational therapists and give a little shout out to what they do.
That's right.
There's individuals we see on a daily basis that need just a little bit of help, and I think part of what I do now is you know, do I say, hey, by the way, you could use a little bit of help in that if I just come across you? Or no, I'd rather just tell everybody, if you have a loved one or you yourself are experiencing those issues, it's not just part of getting older. You can work on and address those issues. They kind of work you through some exercises, some plans, and then you kind of take that home and work on it and practice it as well, so you can get stronger and better.
Well, a lot of times we're used to doing things one way.
Yes.
And an occupational therapist can show us another way to do that
Absolutely.
works better for what's going on in our body. Like if someone
Right.
has arthritis, what are some different ways that they can do things that don't cause as much discomfort? My mother was a stroke victim, and so occupational therapy helped her be able to live on her own again.
Yes.
And so that, I think it's a very important thing that the hospital offers. I love that Hunt Regional is all about proactive care. Hunt Regional is all about helping people be independent no matter what's going on in their life. And so you guys have so much to offer right here in Greenville, Texas. Just so much. And so y'all have a whole section on your website dedicated to just occupational therapy. And I know whenever you get off set, you'll drop some important links, because there were some great things that you sent over about what occupational things people can look at for whatever's going on in their life, correct?
Right, and you know, we all know a lot about physical therapy, but this is a kind of an unknown or untapped resource, and we want people to know that you don't have to age and without a fight, right? You know, and take those things lying down. We can work on that with you. We want to make sure people are as active and independent as possible.
That's right. So something I thought that was really cool was scar management is one of the things.
Right.
So because wheelchair evaluation, neurological rehabilitation, and so, but speaking of neurological rehabilitation, Hunt Regional actually offers a really comprehensive program for people who are struggling with Parkinson's, which we've seen a rise in over the last however many years. I know our family is affected by it. My father-in-law has Parkinson's and has for many years. And so tell me, because not only is it Occupational Therapy Month, it's also Parkinson's Awareness Month.
Parkinson's Awareness Month. And I think most people became a little more aware of Parkinson's disease with Michael J. Fox.
Correct.
So with his progression, and he's actually spoke in front of Congress and trying to get that awareness out. We want people to understand that that is a neurological issue. It affects nerves, but those individuals tend to have problems with speech, with movement, and it tends to deteriorate over time. So what you're trying to do is correct some issues they have, but also stop that deterioration process, so they as well can have the most meaningful life that they can, the better quality of life that they can, and also for the family. It's very stressful for the family. So this is also helping the family find alternate ways or coping ways to have that individual be as present as possible.
Correct.
And so there is a program called Lsvt. It's over 20 years old. The funding and research was actually done by NIH, excuse me, that's hard to say,
That is.
National Institute for Health. And what they found was this program, and it's LS for Lee Silverman. It's a lady who had some speech issues. Her family really said, we'd love to be able to understand what she's saying. She's talking, but we can't hear what she's saying. And often those with Parkinson's will mumble, have a very soft voice. They don't understand, they're not projecting. Maybe they have kind of a raspy or harsh voice. And so this program was started first for voice, for speech.
Okay.
And it was created, and Miss Silverman now is famous. She's part of the LSVT. And so LSVT Loud is on speech. How to get people to project, even facial features, how to react, and to project so that your loved one has great things to say to you. Let's hear what they have to say. And so it's working on those exercises. It's 4 consecutive days in a week for usually 4 weeks at a time. Obviously that program is specialized for the individual as well.
That's
and
good.
then there's Lsvt Big, and that was created because of the success from the speech program. They said, well, we need something for movement. Often those with Parkinson's will take very small steps, will have trouble turning their will have trouble turning their torso, will be a little more unsteady and their balance is affected. And so how can we do that with movement? And so we actually have at our Hunt Regional Medical Center outpatient therapy services, we actually have this Lsvt program.
That's good.
And it's for Parkinson's patients, but also those with other neurological issues. And sometimes, you'll see the therapist and they have people walking with kind of big arms, or they're doing big movements, and it's trying to teach them the bigger side so that when they do it normally, they're getting back to that kind of normal side. It's how to take bigger steps. It's how to practice that so that they are working on that. And of course, there's assignments to take home, but it's also helpful for the families.
Yes.
How can we work on this? What things can we do? Instead of seeing that degenerative slide, which we want to avoid.
Well, slowing it.
Yes.
Slow. I mean, like ultimately, we were all born to die, and it's unfortunate, but to slow that by being proactive in it. And I love that because Parkinson's is a rough one. It is definitely, I mean, there's a lot of really rough ones out there, and the sleep, and just teaching them to be more mindful. I like how you talk about the big movements. And so being more mindful of speaking lower and teaching them how to project, because whenever you're going through so much, sometimes you feel invisible as it is. And then when your family is not hearing you, you feel even more invisible, and then you're not sleeping well at night, you're not moving like you used to. And so the fact that you guys are offering, again, proactive care, which I am a big believer in, because if you can get in front of a problem, you can slow it down, you can slow the roll of that boulder. And so I love everything that you guys are doing.
Thank you. And it increases the patient's confidence and the family's confidence, and a lot of that we know is just being confident and getting back in control of some of the things that are giving you some health issues can be a real driving force.
Yes.
So, we're excited to be able to offer that. Thank you for allowing me to speak about that.
We love y'all. We love everything that you do. I would be in trouble if we didn't bring up, since I have you on the show, COVID vaccinations. So for a while, you guys were higher demand than product, and you were just working trying to get tier 1 and tier 2 or however all of that worked, scheduled in and administered. And so now you're to a different point in this. And so tell us a little bit, if someone is looking for a vaccine, now's the time to do it, right?
That's right. What we are seeing here in this area is that demand is slowing down, supply has increased. They think we're meeting the demands of those that
wanted it or do want it. Know that the state has opened up
eligibility to anybody 16 and above. So if you thought you weren't eligible and you're over 16, you are. But then also too, more locations have had access to offering that. They've loosened some of the guidelines to actual preservation here and how many days or weeks you have to get that out, and so that's allowed some of our partners to be involved. Like last week, we gave some vaccines to Walgreens so that they could help with their waiting list and their views those out. But what we are finding is appointment times are not filling out. And so what we're seeing is we may have hit that demand, and so you'll see maybe some fewer clinics, and especially from Hunt Regional, maybe some fewer clinics offered, maybe none. We talked about
hours, yes.
Yes, and we talked about maybe we don't have any more first dose clinics after this week because we may have exceeded that. Other pharmacies and others have picked that up. We'll just kind of see what that demand looks like. We originally wanted to jump in there and do healthcare workers and our employees to make sure that we were able to provide healthcare to the community. The state asked us to do the phase 1B portion, which was those 65 and above and with certain health risks. And so we did that. Originally, we weren't getting very many and had a lot of people interested. So our first week, we had over 16,000 people eligible and only 500 vaccines. That was tough.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie about that. That was rough, and there were a few tears on my part at least that you want to be able to give it to everybody who wants it.
Yeah.
And not having that ability is heart wrenching. Mm-hmm. But then we kept getting more supplies. We got a little more adept at originally we had no waiting list, no nothing, because it was about a 48-hour notice that we were getting these vaccines. So then we started to say, okay, here's some processes. We've done drive-through. We're so happy with the people who have partnered with us, the police department, the sheriff's office, the Wesley United Methodist Church. All of those individuals have helped. Students, nursing students have helped. But
so
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention them. But we are finding now that as we put out events and their appointments aren't filling up, that maybe we've gotten to that point that everybody who has wanted it has gotten it.
That's good.
So
that's really good.
If you're interested in getting it, still check with the pharmacies. And that may be the route to go from here on, because they may get 100 vaccines, but that may be the need at the time. So
good.
If you're considering it, you're on the fence, now may be the time you go ahead and do that, because we are excited to get back to our regular healthcare work that
regimen,
we do
the way it was before.
Yes. So.
Well, we're so glad that you came. You guys, you can always check out huntregional.org or call 903-408
5,000 is our main number.
If you have questions, get with your healthcare provider. They're going to point you in the right direction. Ask your pharmacist. They're in the know about things like this. And make sure that you are doing your annual visits and getting your labs run just to have that spectrum to see how your health is going. It's very important to be proactive about your health. You only have one life to live, so make it your best life, right? And so we thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
You guys, we'll be right back. We're running a little behind, but we have all the H's for you. Hunt County Fair coming up next.
The recipe for great food is simple. Make it fresh. Wings to Go in Greenville, where every order is a custom order made with fresh ingredients. Wings to Go, 7818 Wesley Street in Greenville. Simply great wings.
Do you need custom printing on caps, shirts, and other apparel? Come check out what we can do for your organization at East Texas Print Shop, 2218 Lee Street. Our top-of-the-line screen printing and embroidery machines can handle just about any job you can throw at us. T-shirts are great for special events. Sports teams always need custom uniforms. We can print them. Check out our custom apparel store or shop online at easttexasprintshop.com or just give us a call at 903-453-1581.
Hi, I'm Kathy with Long Branch Dental Center. Lumineers are porcelain glass shells that fit over the top of your teeth and give them a dynamite look. You can change the shape, the size, and the color. So call today to ask about Lumineers. Long Branch Dental Center, making North Texas more beautiful, one smile at a time.
You want to talk about the people, the singers, the talent, right?
Right. Yeah, the talent and like what's happening.
Oh, and we are back. I love it. Live TV right here on Facebook. It's Ctfm Coffee Tea for Lee and me right here at the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Guys, Friendly's not with me today. Y'all make sure to cover him in some prayers. We have Bekah from the Hunt County Fair. But first, I want to thank our sponsors, huntregional.org and Discount Wheel and Tire with Valvoline Express. Without you guys, we couldn't do this show, and along with our viewers, we couldn't do it without you either. And so, with all that being said, technical delays, we're going to get it back on schedule. It's Bekah Metters from the Hunt County Fair Association. We're so glad. We're excited for the fair, guys, and it's coming back this year.
Yes, it is coming back. We are so excited to really kick this off. It's really a community event that Hunt County has. It's a long time waiting. You know, us having to cancel last year was super heartbreaking for everybody that plans everything, including like the people that are our patrons that come out every year to support our fair. It was just not a good year.
The vendors were affected, like you know, home-owned businesses were affected by closing last year. So.
And those carnival companies and the vendors, a lot of them rely on events, and so they are so ready to get back to it. And we are so excited to finally give Hunt County and the whole entire community the fair that they need.
Yeah, so you can see all the details on huntcountyfair.net.
Yes,
correct?
huntcountyfair.net. We do have events where you can filter through. You can click just livestock to know when the livestock shows are. You can click just music if you'd like to know when those are.
Y'all have a great lineup. We have a graphic on that. Now, your title sponsors for your music are Innovation?
Well, so our title sponsor for our fair is Michelob Ultra. They partnered with us. We were so excited to bring Anheuser-Busch and Michelob Ultra on. And so we are very excited about that, to partner with them. We also have Donahue Auto Group as our music and stage sponsor. So we're very excited to have them again this year. And we have a couple other big sponsors, you know, of our fair. We have Innovation First, we have Britton Chevrolet, we have Ken Parker Service.
Okay, good.
A lot of local businesses that came together, that pulled together to really, you know, make this fair happen. So really, the thanks goes to them, because without them, we wouldn't have this fair right now.
That's so good. That's so good. Well, you guys, the graphic was up for the talent. You can also find the talent at huntcountyfair.net. That's the big puller.
Yes.
Like, whenever you go to the fair, the music is amazing. The atmosphere is amazing. Now, of course,
I typically always tell people, like, the staple of our fair is our livestock. We do the music. We do everything we do and plan behind our fair is to keep that alive, because really it's the kids for us.
Yeah.
But in regards to our music, that is our biggest draw for our fair. So we do try and put a lot of thought and be very selective of who we choose for artists. We're really excited about this lineup, to bring back some artists that were on our lineup from last year that we had to cancel on. And then some new ones that we're really excited to see for the first time.
Well, I was looking at, there's some really great people. And
who's your favorite?
I am going to have to say Tracy Bird,
you know, he actually,
or Zach Romo, or
so I'm a big
Aaron
fan of
Watson.
Zach. Yes, you're just going to keep going.
All of them. So
yeah.
It's so good. And I might date myself, but I remember working at the paper and doing the fair ad long time ago, and Miranda Lambert was actually at the Hunt County Fair.
Really? I didn't know that.
Years and years ago.
How
yes.
cool.
So I've been in this community for about 20 years. My
Yeah.
son's 22, so 22 years, 23 years. And so a long time ago, if you go back and look, if there's a way to do that, you'll see Miranda Lambert actually performed at
How
that kind of
funny.
fair.
Yeah, so as soon as I got on the fair board there for our 50th anniversary, once that came up, we were asking, like, how do we find out all these old details on the fair, you know, because it's not something that's really easily found. And they were saying there used to be like horse carriage races out there,
Yeah.
it's really neat to talk to some of the older generation within our community to see how that fair was structured.
Now y'all are still doing tractor pull with Crawford Smith?
Yes, so the tractor pulls are confirmed. I think they're still waiting on confirmation for the antique tractors, and I think they might be a different date, but as soon as all the confirmation is confirmed, Keith Pope with Crawford Smith is going to get that information to me. So those events will be added as soon as they, all the details are hashed out and confirmed.
Yeah.
It's very hard whenever you're planning such a big event, you know, later on. So some of the details, all the details that you can find are on our website.
Yes.
And one thing that is actually live on our website right now that we haven't released this information for
You're
is actually
first.
you're first. Our ticket sales, we have ticket links available on our website right now. So if you're wanting to get any of your concert tickets, right now, you're more than welcome to do that. There is an online convenience fee that does make it a little bit more expensive. Really, that fee being higher is the credit card processing and the website that goes into play that, you know, their fees.
Yeah, it's a no-touch fee.
What we did is we just absorbed all the fees in that price.
That's
so
good.
it's $15 online to get your tickets now. Now, I will say that there is a benefit there if you get your tickets early, because there's going to be some lines on us learning this system, and I would expect the lines to be very long. You know, in terms of admission to the fair, if you have that ticket, if you have that ticket in your hand or on your phone, all you do is scan, and you walk right in. So you don't, you would avoid a pretty big line in terms of.
So that makes sense. So you get to go faster. If you buy online, you get to get into the fair faster.
Yes.
You get to, you don't have to wait in the regular admission line. And that makes it easier for everyone, I think, just to come in, you have your scan right on in. And so there is a crowd at the fair. You know, everybody's being mindful of all the things. And so if you don't want somebody handling you and having to stand in line and wait for a ticket, it's the way to go.
Yeah,
it's the way to
for
go.
sure.
So.
And in regards to COVID, like our fair, what we've put forth this year, we feel great about our layout. Everybody would notice a different layout. Our actual creative arts building, unfortunately, and our indoor exhibit building had to be closed due to COVID. There wasn't really a great way for us to
funnel the traffic,
and it was just not the year for us to be able to do that. We plan on bringing that back in our next year's fair.
That's good.
Now with the actual layout, we've moved our music area. We've spread out. We've actually laid additional rock for our carnival to spread out further. So we've actually done stuff that will allow people.
Yeah, it was already kind of distance, in my opinion. Whenever you go during the week, like it was easy peasy. Now on the weekends, whenever everybody would come out for the bigger headliners, it was a little more packed, but not so much that it was uncomfortable. At least I didn't ever feel that way.
Yeah, well, I tell people, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm like big on my distance, and I guess it's a personal bubble thing. My friends give me such a hard time about it, but really with our fair, even on the busiest days, I could easily stand 6 feet away from anybody and not be, I don't really want to be closer than that.
I think in Hunt County we social distanced before it was cool.
Yeah, well, I always did. My husband will even tell you that, but.
We love you, but don't get too close.
Yeah, but don't get too close.
Well, we thank you, we thank the Fair Board, we thank everyone, the 4-H and the FFA and all of the teachers that have put their time in, and parents and students, for all the animals, for all the sponsors and the buyers. You guys make this amazing for these kids that are involved in these programs in our local schools. And not only that, it's a family experience. You remember doing these things with your family. So is there anything you want to add before we cut to our next commercial?
I think one thing that I would like to add is our the sponsorship opportunities are still available. We do have a few vendor spaces left.
Okay, good.
As we will have less this year, and we just expected to do that with COVID in the year and everything, just trying to take that into place.
Not quantity.
But in terms of our Livestock Sale of Champions, these kids that show these animals had to cancel in 2020. Those children already bought those animals. So whenever it comes to our Livestock Sale of Champions, it is on May 1st, and that's a Saturday. It's the second Saturday of our fair. Any businesses or individuals that would like to put forth come and show support to the children that have their animals. You know, there's going to be There's going to be pig shows, there's going to be chicken shows, they have rabbit shows, lamb shows, goat shows, steer, heifer. We basically only move forward with our junior livestock, which is the children in Hunt County.
That's so good.
And so the students that work hard and make the sale this year, businesses can come out and either purchase their animal. They don't have to purchase their animal. There's another option, people call it add-ons. You can add on to the sale price of an animal, and that money actually goes back to the children.
That raised the animal, that did all the
yes.
things.
And,
well, we have a graphic with the fair boss that says the Hunt County Fair is April 23rd through May 2nd. What time is the flag raising on the 23rd? Do you know?
I think they do it right before 5 p.m. on the 23rd.
Okay. If you have not made it for the Hunt County Fair flag raising, y'all, it is something that is patriotic right there.
I literally pitched the biggest fit to get this 50-foot flag in our fair, and all the fair board members were behind it, and they've really come together to make that a priority every year, and it is so cool to see that go up.
To see that flag raising.
Yes, it's so pretty. Luckett Crane actually helps us raise the flag, and then we have, I think, our local color guard, as well as some of the local kids that have, what is it called? They've signed their pledge to join a local military. And so I think that they've reached out to them as well, so they're going to do a whole ceremony.
Okay,
kind of like the kickoff to our fair, and I feel like I love the fact that it's that now.
Yeah, it's so patriotic. Well, we thank you. We thank everyone for all the time that they've put into it.
Their commercial's coming up next.
Oh, y'all, their commercial is coming up next. So you guys make sure to stay tuned. Go refill your coffee or tea. We're running about 15 minutes behind because of the internet. So we're not really behind, so the show is still the right length. But our next guest, Trina with Script, she has some good news. I think it has something to do with bingo. We'll be right back.
The Hunt County Fair is getting bigger, better, and stronger. And that's all thanks to you, our sponsors and patrons. In 2017, our gate income was up more than 25%, and attendance is up dramatically thanks to your help. That means we can bring you more of the things that you love about the fair. More family fun, more variety of fair food, more music and amazing concerts, more memorable date nights with someone special, more arts and crafts, more thrilling carnival rides, more lives touched through scholarships, more support for our agricultural heritage to give Hunt County's 4-H and FFA a wonderful foundation for success. And most of all, instilling more work ethic, core values, and skill sets for our county's youth. We also want to give a big thank you to our buyers for supporting our annual Sale of Champions and the youth of Hunt County for putting in all the hard work and dedication it takes to show livestock. When you become a sponsor or support our auction, you're helping give back to the kids in a way that instills the agricultural future of Hunt County, as well as directly impacting the child's future. Sponsorships also help to underwrite the fair and allow for continued capital improvements that are 100% funded by the Hunt County Fair. The Hunt County Fair is 100% self-funded and is 100% volunteer-based with no salaries, meaning your sponsorship goes directly to support our annual fair and support the kids. With your help and continued support, we'll make the Hunt County Fair an even bigger and better event for our community. Don't forget, it's your fair, so be there.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
whenever we do it live, right? And so it is a lot of fun here at the Texas Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Welcome to Really Cheap Friendly. Although I don't have Friendly today, I have her live every weekend whenever we do it live, right? And so it is a lot of fun here. Now we have Texas Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. Switch to the latest news on Script. I want to thank our sponsors, Hunt Regional Healthcare. You can see them at huntregional.org. They have the best proactive care. And I would be remiss not to mention Discount Wheel and Tire with Valvoline Express. They have Rough Country on Saturdays. It is something to do if you like to outfit your car or truck. And Father's Day is coming up, so start saving up now, ladies, getting those Father's Day presents.
Yes.
It's coming.
Everybody needs that.
We love it.
All men need big tires, right?
You know, some women do.
Some women do.
If you live where the blacktop is.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So tell me, speaking of tires, which makes me think of parking lots, but which then I want to switch and squirrel and say, didn't you just have a tea party?
I did. We just had a tea party. We had our first annual Spring Tea and Fashion Show with our community partner.
Your thingy needs to be over there on the table.
So that we can see it.
So that we can see it.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the Spring Fashion Show.
Spring Tea and Fashion Show with our community partner, Greenville Boutique and Gifts.
They are the best.
They are the best.
The bougie
they are
clothes.
the best.
Yes.
And we raised almost $9,000.
Thank you to the supporters of All Thing Girls Fun.
Yes. Yes, so we, Leadership Hunt County, you know, they adopted us as their project this year. So they were our title sponsor, and then we were just happy for everybody else that sponsored and came, and we had a really big time. So
everybody in their hats and their tea.
Now there weren't many of them that did that, but I think next year we'll have a lot more that participate in the ongoings of it. Yeah,
I think the hat thing is really Audrey Hepburn, My Fair Lady-ish kind of thing. Like I just think of a race, and so I know it was a lot of fun. Anything you guys do in Greenville Floral is the best about being active and using their gifts.
Yes, we appreciate them so much because we couldn't have done it without Luann over there. So, but what's more important is it's back.
We have a flyer. I think that we're putting it up.
Parking Lot Bingo is back. Starts tomorrow. And we are changing the time. It's going to be from 10 to 11:30.
Well, it's still cool.
It's still cool. We're going to do that. And we're going to have our sponsors with the bingo baskets there. We're going to have some guest appearances by some people. And going to be a really big welcome back party. And we're super excited. It's for anyone 55 and over.
Okay.
If you're 60 and over, you will receive a complimentary meal from Script. And if you're 55 and under, we just ask that you make a donation of $3 or $4.
Oh, that's neat.
So,
so you can eat if you're under age.
If you're 55, yes. 55 to 60, we do ask that you make a donation.
Yeah, you can. You just
but
make a
anybody
donation.
over 60, you get a complimentary meal made by our wonderful nutrition chef, Tammy Brown.
Love it.
Which I think everybody enjoyed their meal at the Spring Tea and got to see what
she can do
what
outside
she can do.
of.
Yes. Well, and what our clients actually eat on a daily basis. So we're super excited. We also just are wrapping up a little remodel, a little facelift on the inside of Script.
Now, the last time you were here, you were officing wherever.
Here, my car, wherever. But we're wrapping that up. We're almost finished.
I think it's a great time to do that.
Yeah, so it kind of worked out.
Yeah.
So we were very appreciative of the grant that we received to do that, and we've done some shifting and things like that. So it's looking really nice. So we're excited.
I love that you guys are promoting outdoor space as well as indoor space, and you're seizing this time whenever traffic is a little bit slower.
Yes.
By now, everybody's pretty much gotten their shots that wanted to get one.
Yes.
And now activities will start ramping up, and so
So
I'm
excited. We're kind of gonna take it slow and do the first month or two with parking lot bingo while it's still warm, and then the plan is hopefully by end of May, June, July, when it starts warming up, we'll be able to do these inside.
Indoors, in the air conditioner.
Of course, we have to, get that approved by our board and, follow the recommendations by Texas Council of Governments and CDC and things like that. So that's our plan.
Yeah, whenever you're dealing with a community situation like this, you do have to jump through some hoops and follow some rules and some guidelines and try to make everybody happy. But we love that
and keep our people safe. That's the main thing. Another thing I want to mention, if you are in, this isn't just for people in Greenville. Obviously, everybody knows Script services all of Hunt County. If you are 60 and over and you would like a ride to Parking Lot Bingo, that is a complimentary ride as well.
And they get that how?
They call us.
How do they do that?
903-454-1444. Talk to Nikki or Nikki. We've got two Nikkis.
Nikki or Nikki.
Nikki or Nikki. And they can set you up a ride. Obviously.
Hello, is Nikki there?
Yeah.
I'd like to go to Parking Lot Bingo.
That's right.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. And tomorrow may already be booked, but definitely this will be every Tuesday and Thursday following from 10 to 11:30.
Twice a week, y'all.
Twice a week.
Two Nickies, twice a week.
That's right.
It's amazing. It's a lot of fun. There was a really good turnout on that whenever it had to switch to parking lot, and I know that there's so many people that are going to be so excited.
They are so excited, and they're so excited that they've had their vaccines. They are just elated that they've had their vaccines and they can do more now and be out a little more now. So we're still requiring some masks and things like that just to keep everybody super safe.
So y'all are doing the Meals on Wheels. You just had the spring tea. Bingo is coming back. The building is almost done with its remodel inside. There's some beautiful outside place. If you need a ride, call Senior Center Resources and Public Transit
and
or visit them on the scrpt.org.
Or our Facebook page. That's a great way to get in touch with us, is on our Facebook page. And just go to Facebook, and our page is SCRPT, or we have the connection page, which is The Connection. They're linked, so you can go to either page.
There you go. And those rides are free or low cost for anyone in the county. So depending on what you need.
It's very affordable public transportation for any age, but our clients that are 60 and under, they receive a certain number of complimentary rides a week.
Uber doesn't even come out here.
No.
And you don't have to call your kids.
That's right.
So there you
Just
go.
call us. They're all ADA appropriate. They're all wheelchair accessible. So all the things.
Right. And not only that, your kids. Like if your kids need a ride to school because you have to work, or a ride to be picked up after ACE because you're not off of work in time, and there's somebody at home to receive them, it's a good avenue for parents who are working parents.
Caregivers that you're still working, and you may have that mom or dad or older child that needs help getting somewhere. It's a great avenue.
Or maybe you just want to get out and stroll around the Walmart for a little while, or the Brookshires, or the Big Lots, or the downtown Greenville, Texas. There's so many great shops here in downtown.
So many things to do here.
So we appreciate all that Script does. We appreciate all that you do.
Yes.
And so thank you guys for joining us. We're not done yet.
Not done yet. You still got Heather.
From the Hometowner, guys. We'll be right back.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running and backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.
We wear these masks to protect those around us, but some people wear a different kind of mask, one that harms those closest to them. We at Women in Need strive to remove that mask, the mask of a closed door, a smartphone screen, or an excuse. When domestic violence is no longer allowed to hide behind a mask, victims can then emerge with a new sense of dignity, self-worth, and value. Would you partner with us to unmask domestic violence? Visit us at wintexas.org or follow us on social media for more information on how you can get involved.
We are live right here from the Texan Theater in downtown Greenville, Texas. It's Coffee Tea Friendly and me, except for it's not friendly today. So you guys make sure to remember him in your prayers, cover him up, because God is so good all the time, and we could all use a little extra prayer every now and then. But today it was almost the show brought to you by the letter H for huntregional.org, and then also Discount Wheel and Tire with Valvoline Express. Now, what about the hometowner, though?
H is where it's at.
H is where it's at.
We just released our spring edition.
I saw it.
So
we got a little
awesome.
preview last week whenever Amy Ramsey from the Children's Advocacy Center was here. And it's because I think production has a copy of the cover. Friendly's here, and what did he tell you?
He said that looks like Janis Joplin.
Do you think this looks like Janis Joplin? If so, drop it in the comments because we want to know what you think. I think so too.
I do too. I love Little Janis. We're going to find a Google search on an image and post it side by side.
There you go.
That's actually Renee Francie's granddaughter.
Okay.
So that's Maddie Rosenbaum, our little star of this edition.
Good.
So.
There's a lot of little stars. This is Amy Ramsey's granddaughter.
That's Avery.
And so she's been wearing the Go Blue, No Excuse for Child Abuse t-shirts, which you guys are selling right now.
Yeah, so we had such a great response for that, and that helped our nonprofit for the month, or the edition, which is Hunt County Children's Advocacy Center. So I think we have a graphic on that too. We do
have a graphic on the
t-shirt
shirt
for another t-shirt order for that, $15. Very cool. It's got the pinwheel on it and whatnot that we planted for Child Abuse Prevention Month of April.
Hey Gabe, did you put the t-shirt up? Okay, good.
Yeah,
the t-shirt is there. We can't see.
I'll post all the details in the comments. But let us know. We need at least 12 to do another order on that. So we just have a few more to go, and we'd love to get those in your hands so we can support child abuse prevention.
So if you haven't been by the spot at the corner of Wesley and Lee Street, that is where all of these pinwheels that are in this week's edition were put up. There was over 500 children served by the Children's Advocacy Center for child abuse related things. And so not only that, you'll see some flags put in by CASA of Hunt County talking about the representing the children that they served. It's breathtaking. So I encourage you to drive by that location and there's a little parking lot there. Just pause for a moment and think about and pray over. Take a moment of silence for these kids that have been affected by domestic violence, by abuse, and just say, you know what, Lord, we rebuke that. And so it's our time to stand together. And if you cannot help physically, you can help in your faith. And so I think that's very important. I love that you guys have highlighted them.
Yes, they were our nonprofit for this edition. Next edition, which will be early summer, and we've already started working on it, will actually be CASA.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so they kind of course, work hand in hand. So we're looking forward to supporting them as well. They had a big turnout last week. Show it again.
The part that I was showing? That part. Where? On my fingernails and all the things. This one? Live TV, you guys. We thank you for supporting us. We thank you for shopping local. This is Children's Advocacy Center. I'm going to turn the page real quick because the next page is also very good. We talked about the pinwheels, but what about Casa's Cornhole Tournament? If you didn't make it, that is a great event, and the Hometowner covered that. That was now this. You have Blue Jug on the Casa page.
So that kind of goes into our community helping community. That was during Snowmageddon. So Blue Jug kind of pulled through there with the water situation.
Yes, they did.
And then if you keep going, Fit City and Nutrition Fix paid it forward to everybody working so hard to help everybody through that with their teas, and a lot of communities stepped up with that too.
So good.
Then you have the Well Church, you have Generation Faith Outreach Church. They did a lot during all that. You have Danny Gladden, the postman. If you don't know him and that he wears shorts all the time, you can see that picture there.
That is so good.
Snow on his mail truck and still in shorts.
So you need to pick up this because it doesn't snow like this in Texas much. And I know we have a lot of memories. I, for one, got COVID during Snowmageddon, so having this, I can be like, this is whenever I got it. So
then all the pictures of the people enjoying the snow despite all the hardships.
It is so good. Snow angels. And just so much, really. In Texas, we salt margaritas, not sidewalks. That is so true, so true. And so a lot of really great businesses, Fuller's Nursery.
We flip over to more of the spring.
Yes, spring is one of my favorite seasons, and so isn't it fitting that Julie would be on the spring page? She's so refreshing looking always, and so lots of really cute stuff, some great businesses to support. Fuller's Nursery, North Texas Event Rentals, Magic Bubble, you guys, it is celebration time. Like school is wrapping up, the graduates are coming in.
Yes, they are getting into their graduation
And I'm telling you, if
season.
you haven't made it into the Magic Bubble, it is a huge location and they have everything you can possibly imagine and really great people. I love that you guys have shouted out Heroes Night on May 4th.
Yes.
One of my favorite times of the year. I love GPD. I have a nephew who is on GPD's force. And so I believe that our law enforcement and first responders are our heroes.
Awesome.
So
then we have our
photography,
professional photographer, of course, one of them, Stacy Yanish, and she got some awesome shots at Fuller's Nursery, which is one of our new businesses. So that brings more of the spring into there. Kinsey Abstract, got some pictures from them.
Yes. Get your beef on. G5. I have bought from G5 Cattle.
Listen, we just kind of met them and they are new on the scene. They're out of Sulphur Springs, but tell us about them, Vanita. What was your experience with them?
They're out of Sulphur Springs, baby. It's not them. Is it Sulphur Springs?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe it's not G5 Cattle. Maybe it's something else, but fresh beef is where it's at whenever you are a Texan. The beef that you get from local farm-raised beef
and so appropriate to put friendly right above.
Yeah, because he's
the cattle.
He's the steak and potatoes of entertainment here. And you guys, today at noon, he does have a show. He is here for this, so make sure to get it together, get dressed, come on down to the Texan, buy your lunch, and go sit in the theater for free, no charge to get in the theater, and see a free live acoustic show every Wednesday, but this Wednesday is super special because we're glad to have Friendly back. Woohoo!
Yeah.
So much good stuff. Ballerinas, Goss Chiropractic, I believe in chiropractic care, Remax, lots of good stuff. And then you're green for Greenville.
Yeah.
No, it's not a Greenvillian. We're not Greenvillians.
No. But we just said show us your Greenville. We had to play on that.
What is your idea? What should Greenville? I would be a Hunt Countyan.
Yeah. We are community.
A Huntian.
The whole community.
A hunter.
We had a lot of fun with this magazine.
I don't know.
One thing I would like to point out, there are steals, deals, and gifts back in here. Back in the back of this. So you can get discounts with participating hometowners. All you got to say is, I'm a hometowner, or mention the hometowner.
The Refined Canine.
Yep, you can get
20% off.
Blue Jug, Refined Canine, Fuller's Nursery. Go get your plants, 10% off. So more of that to come.
That is so cool. Oh, Karnak is in here. How cool is that? Lots of great stuff. Fuller's Nursery. I know Fuller, if it's the same Fuller, it's the same logo. He is I remember whenever he first got started with his lawn
landscaping,
business.
yeah.
I mean, you talk about hard working young man.
Cody.
And now he's not young anymore, but
he's still a baby,
isn't he? So I'm glad that he has moved into bigger and growing his business and better things. And so I love that you guys highlight those that are in our community. If you guys want to be in it, you can submit your pictures where?
www.thehometownr.com/photographer. I'll put it in the comment.
There you go. She'll put that in the comment.
Free submissions. We want all the community photos we can get.
There you go. And if you want to advertise, Heather is your girl. She offers some really affordable advertising packages. This comes out six times a year.
Every 8 weeks.
Every 8 weeks.
And we're looking for summer. So if you've got some cool summery photos, they don't have to be current. We are a look back. Submit those. We're putting together our layout for the next
Summer Sunshine.
early summer edition.
I am feeling blue bonnets. I'm feeling some blue bonnets are probably going to show up in the Hometowner next time.
Yes,
so I'm so excited. Well, thank you for joining us.
Thanks
Is there
for
anything
having
else you want to add before we cut it short?
Just keep watching us. We're on the move all the time. Hometowner hustle.
There you go. There you go. Well, we thank you so much for taking time out of your morning to come with us. And we thank you so much for watching. We love that we can do this and bring all of these events and great things that are happening in our community. But without you, we wouldn't be here. So we thank you so much for watching. We hope that you loved it. We hope that somebody spoke directly to you and your needs, and we hope that you share it. So thank you so much for joining us. As Friendly says, keep it in your boot.